I need you to focus on the end goal. Why do you want to start this business? Whatever that goal is, keep that in mind and use that to fight your fears of actually taking the plunge and actually taking the leap. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. We're going to be talking all about how you can overcome your fear of being seen when launching your business so that you can hurry up and live the life you are meant to live. That is freedom. Okay, work when, where, and how often you want to. If you guys don't know, my name is Sephora, licensed attorney and a business coach. I help professional women reclaim their freedom to launch their business while working full-time. Okay, so let's jump into the video. If you feel like you've always wanted to start a business or you've always been looking for this freedom, you don't want to be beholden to the 9-to-5, and you've just been dragging your feet and you've just been like, oh my gosh, I really want to do this, but I'm scared. Or maybe you can't even acknowledge the fact that you're scared. Maybe you're just always coming up with excuses. Then I'm going to be teaching you how to overcome those excuses so that you can go ahead and just jump right in to launching your business. And that actually is the first thing you need to do. Stop talking, stop thinking, stop stressing, and just start, okay? Just start. Whatever it is you've been thinking about doing for the longest time, just start. And you can start by telling someone, tell your neighbor, as they say in church, tell your neighbor like, hey, like I'm launching this business, or hey, I'm doing this thing, or hey, I have this offer and I want to share it with you, or hey, like, what do you think about this, right? Just tell someone that you have this new offer. Tell someone that you're doing this new thing. Just jump into it. Stop stressing and dreading about the fear of what other people are going to think. If you don't want to tell someone in person, tell someone over email or tell someone on social media. Post about it wherever you have a social media account, okay? The idea here is the longer you stress and think and worry about it, the longer you're actually going to take action. So just stop doing it and just jump in. Just do it. When it comes to your mind, just go ahead and jump in. When you're thinking about, oh my gosh, like, but I don't know, but so many other people are doing it, I want you to recognize that there are other people doing it, and there's other people doing it who are worse than what you would do if you did it, okay? And if that's not encouraging enough for you, then I need you to focus on the end goal. Why do you want to start this business? Spend more time with your family? Make more money? Financial freedom? Whatever that goal is, keep that in mind and use that to fight your fears of actually taking the plunge and actually taking the leap. When you focus on the success, when you focus on the outcome, when you focus on why you're starting this business in the first place, that is going to overpower your fear of actually starting, right? That's going to overcome the doubt that you have in your mind. And when you have these doubts and things in your mind, you have to acknowledge them. If you kind of just push them to the side and ignore them and pretend like they're not happening or they're not there, you're actually kind of giving them more power to continue coming up, right? So what I encourage you to do is actually write them down and then negate them. Write them down and say why they aren't true. Like, oh, you can't start this because you don't have the knowledge. Wrong. And why are they wrong? Why is your mind wrong, right? Negate every single fear that comes to your mind, and then not only negate it, but replace it with something positive. Replace it with something that contradicts whatever that negative fear or just untrue statement is, right? This is the process of reprogramming your thoughts and being really active about that reprogramming, okay? Because I talked about this before, when you are going into this business, when you are preparing to launch your business, you have to make sure that you have the right mindset. And so when these limiting beliefs come up in your head, identify them, negate them, and then tell yourself that they aren't true and here's why they aren't true. The next thing that you can use to help you overcome this fear of being seen is just recognizing that if you want to have a successful business, if you want to have this freedom that you claim you want to have, you're going to have to be willing to fail. You're going to have to be willing to put yourself out there. If you never fail, then you will never succeed, right? I always say, try to fail at something every single day. Try something new every single day, even if it's just something small. Even if something as small as trying a new food you didn't like, or trying a food you've tried before but you didn't like it, and then maybe you try it and you still don't like it, right? But hey, you tried something new. Maybe it's trying a new sport, maybe it's trying a new activity, whatever it may be. Try something new every single day. Actively try to fail every single day so that you can make failure something that you become accustomed to, something that you become used to. And so if you go into business and it doesn't work out, it's like, well, I'll just try something else, okay? Get over that fear of failure, because if you're allowing that failure to take over your life, you're never going to start your business. You're never going to live that freedom that you want to live. The next thing that you should start doing and start actively taking into account, like write it down, like it has to be a conscious effort, is go in the morning, in the afternoon, if you can too, at least 3 times a day, morning, evening, night, whatever, and remind yourself of who you are and why you are doing this, right? So I am a millionaire, right? These positive affirmations. I am confident. I am, right? Do these positive affirmations on a daily basis so that you can begin to just subconsciously root out those fear, root out those negative things that are stopping you from taking your future into your own hands. Another root of fear that you may have comes from funding. Maybe you're like, oh, but I just don't have the funds to start my own business, and I don't have the funds to do what I need to do. Again, that is a limiting belief. If you say you don't have the funds, then stay in your full-time job and use your full-time job's income to fund your new venture, because this is the venture that's going to give you the freedom you want, not your full-time job. Okay, so stay in your full-time job. I don't believe in the leave your full-time job and launch your thing immediately. No, stay in your full-time job and use that income to supplement yourself and also have that cushion so that you're safe no matter what, right? Okay, the second thing here is maybe you say, oh, my full-time job isn't paying me enough. Okay, get a side hustle. Get a side hustle. I have a whole video already on 10 business ideas you can start and passive income ideas, right? And there's so many out there. Start a side hustle. Go Uber, drive Uber if you want to. That's $200. I just made an entire video on how you can start your business for less than $100, okay? Uber, do editing, do tutoring, do these things on the side so that you can get that extra income to supplement your future freedom, okay? Don't let money be the reason that you say you can't start your business or you can't do this, when there's so many ways that you can kind of go out there and start getting the initial startup money that you need. And especially if you're starting a service-based business, the capital, the investment in the front and on the front end really isn't that much. The other thing that you can think about here is like, oh, maybe, but I want to start this business that requires a lot of manufacturing or a lot of outsourcing. Well, guess what? My answer is start a low-cost business first. Okay, start a low-cost business first, and then once you raise the funds from that low-cost business, then transition into that business that you really want to do. You have to think long-term, right? Think about your goals that you have at the end and what you need to do in the now, in the immediate, in the short term to get to those long-term goals, right? Don't just see the long-term vision, say, oh, well, I don't have the money and so I'm done. No, right? What can you do to get the money so that you can get to that long-term goal? Another thing that I see a common root of fear is like oversaturation. Oh, there's so many people in the market. Oh, there's so many people already doing this. Well, don't let that stop you, right? There's room for you. There's always room for you. There's going to be room for you no matter what, because you are different from everybody else who's already doing it. You're going to say it differently. You're going to share it differently. You're going to teach it differently. People may not mesh with what's already out there. People may not like them and they may like you. They may not like you and they may like them, right? People want options. It's human nature. So don't let that be a reason you're not starting your business because you feel like it's already oversaturated. And on top of that, focus on your differentiators. Like, what makes you different? Why are you different from that person who's doing what you want to do? Why are you different from this other person who's doing it, right? What are the things that make you, you, that is different from what makes them, them? Okay, so all of these things that I've talked about thus far in these videos are just negative limiting beliefs that come from a root of fear, and you're allowing that to take over and stop you from starting your business. And you have to nip it in the bud and cut it off, okay? Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more videos like this, then let me know down in the comments below and let me know what you guys want to see. If you guys need any business coaching, then click the link in my bio to go to my website, sephoragray.com/transformativewoman, and reach out to me and let's get started on launching or scaling your business. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, at Facebook, and TikTok at transformativewoman, and I will see you guys on my next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.